Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, Patsun, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/relationship advice, where OP got bamboozled by his girlfriend's alleged religious beliefs. Let's begin. I, 27 male, have established zero contact with my ex-girlfriend, 27 female, because she cheated on me and she did not stop to lie. Posted by Reddit user Izuniga1.
Hello guys, let me tell you my story as short as possible. I was on a relationship with this girl for 9 years long. During these 9 years of relationship everything was normal, sometimes we had discussed, but always solve it. And everything seemed to be going fine this year, but about April, everything gets fucked. Since last year, we had started to make some plans to get married, because honestly, I love her so much. And this year had started great, now I have my own house, I have a very good job position, etc. But as I told you, in April she had started to behave weird. So, at the end of May, we had a very nice weekend, but at the end of that weekend, she told me, "I want to ask you if we can take a free time from each other, because I'm not sure if I'm with you, because I love you, or I feel like I need you." And even it hurt me, I agreed. Because it is supposed the couples should support each other, no? So, we spend one entire month without any communication. After 1 month, she texts me asking if we can meet in Starbucks and talk about what we had thought about our relationship during all this month. And I agreed. We met on Starbucks and we talked about what we had thought all this time, and, from my side, I was sure I loved her and I wanted to spend my life with her. She told me the same. After that, we started to talk about what we had done all that month, and I told her, due to my job, I will have travel to Japan in the next week after that. So, we get back to our relationship. Because, in my opinion, when a couple take a free time, it does not mean both are single, just keeping some distance from each other to think about what both want about the relationship. So I spent 2 weeks in Japan, and I made one very stupid thing. I purchased the engagement ring for her. When I get back to my country, we go to a restaurant to have a nice dinner, and I gave to her the ring. She said yes, but I had a feeling like there was something wrong. After the restaurant, we went to her house, and we started to talk, because as I told you, I had a feeling like there was something she was not telling me. So she told me the truth. While we were on our free time, she was dating with another guy, and they had sex. But you know what is the worst thing on this? Since 1 year ago, we quit having sex. Because she belongs to a specific religion, where it is not allowed to have sex out of marriage. I stupidly agreed with that, because it was her beliefs. After that we broke up, and I started to take therapy with a psychologist. But she did not stop to seek me asking to get back together. At the beginning, I tried to make zero contact with her, but I was weak. Sometimes we met in different places, chat and phone calls. I know, I'm so stupid. Until last Friday, I went with some friends to have some beers, and I knew she was going to go out with some friends. Then, in the middle of the night, one friend told me she was with that guy. Then I drove to her house, and I saw them kissing on the other guy's car. The thing is, couple hours before, she called me, telling me she wanted to be with me, and she's not dating anymore with that guy. Then I get so angry, and I blocked her from any social media, including phone calls and text messages. But few days ago, she sent me an email telling me she wants to see me, and the things are not like what I'm thinking. What can I do?
I mean, she wants to be with you but kisses another guy? Seriously? Why did you even want her back in the first place, you fucking donut? I can guarantee you that if you accept her in your life again, you'll be back here in 1 or 2 months with another post about your girlfriend cheating on you. Especially because she refuses to have sex with you due to her alleged religious beliefs, but it's okay with her having sex with another random stranger. Newsflash, she doesn't have that religious beliefs or morals in the begin with. She just wants to screw around with whomever, but she wants to use you for your kindness, love, generosity, and stability. She wants you to be a backup plan, OP. Is that what you want? You have got to have more self-respect than that. Get that ring back as soon as you can. Run and never look back. This girl will make your life a living hell if you marry her. Don't make that mistake. And now, for today's second story. My ex still wants a relationship with my daughter. Posted by Reddit user ThrowRA9493920.
My 22 female, ex, 24 male, and I dated for about 2 years, but friends for 6 years prior to us dating. He met my daughter when she was 4 months old 4 months prior to us dating, and now she is 2 years and 8 months old. We've been broken up for 2 months now because he was cheating, but all my daughter does is talk about him and will ask where he is and will go, "Daddy went bye-bye." She'll say she misses him, and it breaks my heart. On the other hand, my ex consistently asks if I'll bring her over or if he can see her. It was working at first because we were trying to be friends, but he was interrogating me in regards to whether or not I was seeing other men and was acting as though I would be leading him on if I was, but I made it clear we were only friends and my romantic feelings are gone. This behavior continued, so I told him I thought it was best we didn't remain friends. He's been saying he feels like his family was stolen from him, and he keeps asking if he can see my daughter because he misses her and feels like she is a daughter to him. I would rather not be around him, but if it weren't for my daughter talking about him every single day, I wouldn't even consider it. According to his roommate, he's been crying every day since we broke up and talks about how much he misses us. I'm not sure what to do because I've never been in his position, but I'm really trying to avoid confusing my daughter for when I'm ready to begin dating again and have a serious relationship. Edit. If anyone wants a slight update, he has been blocked and I haven't spoken with to him since 3 to 4 days after I made this post. Edit to add, her biological father is in her life.
Cut him off, OP. This family was never stolen from him. He threw it away when he fucked another woman. He just doesn't like the fallout that followed. Your daughter is not even 3 years old yet, and she'll eventually forget him, but she won't if he's always there and being treated like her father. Normally that would be okay post-breakup, but since she's so young and he still wants you, that's a recipe for him getting in her head and poisoning the well when you do eventually find someone to date long-term. The last thing you want is for your 4-year-old daughter to be saying awful things about mommy's new boyfriend because he told her to, especially when he's not even her dad. I'm not saying that he would. I don't know the guy, but cheaters are often very selfish, and they are the kind of people who will do awful shit just to get what they want. Let him cry about his fuck up and let your kid work through this life change. It's one thing if this ended amicably and you could still be friends, so your daughter's relationship with him would always have you there, and he could have a relationship with her as mommy's best friend. But unfortunately, he cheated. That's not a peaceful way to end things. And if you can't stand the sight of him, you're better off just cutting him out of your lives entirely. Another piece of advice, OP. Don't start fucking dating while your kid is this young. She needs all of your attention for now. Let her have it. Honestly, I think you dating this early into your child's life, it's telling me that you're looking for a simp that will provide for you. But guess what? You brought a child into this world. It's your and the baby daddy's responsibility to provide that kid with a decent life and a stable home, not witness this bullshit drama. Stop dating for now. Fuck your happiness. You don't have that luxury yet. You're still young, OP. You can find it later. Focus on your child's well-being for now. That's your responsibility as a parent. And now, for today's final story. Well, I caught him again. I said I would leave if this happened. He doesn't know that I know. I don't know how to proceed. Posted by Reddit user SadGoose number 5.
I 25 female found messages on my boyfriend, 25 male, of nearly 6 years' Apple Watch this morning. I don't know what made me look at it, but I found what I hoped I never would. I had a few instances of discovering him inappropriately flirting over texts, half-deleted message threads, etc. in 2018, and in 2019, a girl messaged me to inform me he'd been over to her place twice, they'd kissed, she had no idea he had a partner. I confronted him, I was weak and insecure, probably still am, and I decided he was sincere enough that we gave it a go and worked through it. His idea of that was to forget it ever happened. He was tired after a week or so of sleepless nights, while I cried my way through questions on it all. He promised it would never happen again, and I promised myself I'd leave if it ever did. In the nearly 4 years since, I have never once had the gall to check his phone. I thought it would break the trust I'd been trying to build up if I did that. I have been in therapy since for my self-confidence, etc., and he hasn't visibly done the work to prove change to me. But in the last few months, he's seemed more present, happier, and so have I. We run a business together, and we have an offer in on our first home. I have always had it in the back of my mind that, because I was so clueless last time, I could easily be swindled again. But I tried to work through that. This morning I knocked his Apple Watch off of its charger, and I just felt the need to check. I scrolled the message section and came to a chat with multiple XXXXXX kisses after the messages to a girl he's known our entire relationship from his hometown. I scrolled, numb, took pictures of every time he'd called her baby in the last month. It seems they were on again off again in the last 2 years. I took pictures of all the conversation about when and where would be best to meet, about how much they miss each other, how they want to stay up and talk all night. I just quietly gathered my evidence and returned it to its charger ahead of a busy day today. I don't know what to do now. I have put the last 5 years into building a business with him, a business that was his baby and not mine. I've paused my own goals in favor of a joint business with him. We have argued jokingly about which kitchen gadgets we're going to buy for our new home. I look at the pictures of the messages and I feel numb. I haven't even cried yet. It's like I have spent the years since D-Day number 1 preparing for this day. I cannot spend my life with a man who can betray me not once, but multiple times. Maybe more times that I don't know about. I flicked through the messages so quickly that I didn't really check the dates. They started in July, but they must have moved the messages over to Instagram or somewhere else. It's obvious they've done this before too. I can't access anything other than iMessages on his watch, and his phone is never out of his grip. If he's met her, if he's slept with her, I will feel sick to my stomach that he could put my sexual health at risk so carelessly too. But even if it is just messages and FaceTimes, I am just disappointed, but not surprised. I had so much hope for us. He is my best friend, or the version of him who he shows to me is. I need some support and advice for my next steps. I have booked my therapist for Friday, but I haven't spoken a word of this to anyone. I don't know how long I should wait. We are living with my parents currently, as we saved up for our house deposit. I can't shout and cry at him, even if I wanted to. I don't know how to do this, or if I even have the guts.
Your boyfriend had made many decisions over and over, willingly to deceive and lie to you. This is who he is. Stop being a donut, OP. These cheaters do not just lie. They live the lie they told, blindsiding and destroying relationships, only for the victim to realize the person who you are with is nothing that they appeared to be. With your therapist appointment, focus on one that is versed in abusive relationships and partnerships. I am not sure if you worked with one previously, but many of the therapists in society is not specifically geared to cheating partners and abusive experiences. Make sure to ask around. Next step is to have an STD test. You can never be too sure. This will be very devastating and very difficult for you. You can't move forward and build any kind of relationship upon a foundation of lies and fuckery. There is no amount of therapy or reconciliation with an abuser, because that is what has happened to your OP. You have been abused and manipulated for a long while, and it's about time to break free. And now, for OP's update.
My update. It's been a long night. I waited until he was asleep and spent 3 hours on his phone. I have over 200 pictures of his screen taken. Archived WhatsApp chats reveal my partner of 5 years, business partner, and person with whom I have an offer in on our first home together, is calling at least 4 women baby, as he intimately tells them all how much he misses them. When can they meet? He's in love with at least 2 of the women and tells them so daily, has slept next to one of them, no crossing any boundaries according to them. The other he's madly in love with is a woman I've met, an internet friend of his. They've been sexting, talking about me. He's been lying about me and making himself seem the saint, and I the awful partner. He's promised to marry her and do ungodly things to her. The other 2 are the woman I first discovered on his watch and another girl who I recognize to be one of his escapades from back in 2018. So far as I can tell, He's not slept with any of them. But these undying loves of his are merely all from this summer alone. He's met with some of them, planning to meet the others, and falsifying our entire situation for sympathy points. Apparently, I argue with him constantly, and he runs me warm baths. That's hilarious and has never happened. He also apparently pays my mother $175 rent a month while I'm a freeloader. He pays nothing. My parents decided to support us while we saved our house deposit and built our business up. The icing on the cake is that these women all know about me. I know they owe me nothing, but come on. Am I really not even worthy of that respect? You all know about me, and yet you're fine with it? The cherry and sprinkles on top of that icing is the deleted photos folder. Saved social media pictures of women we know in real life, old friends from college, women we've briefly met at business conferences, screenshotted for personal pleasure I can only assume. Not even pictures they've sent him personally. And about 20 sly pictures of our waitress from the other day. I'm reeling and he's just woke me up asking if I'd like breakfast. This all feels like some huge joke and yet, here we are.
What? I'm sorry. OP, but this man sounds really disgusting. Pictures of waitresses? What? I'm sure that if you dig even deeper, you'll find worse shit than this. The pictures of waitresses and the screenshots taken that weren't even sent to him are fucking disgusting. Very predatory behavior, if you ask me. Most of these women are married. Sure, they love the attention, and the same way he's manipulating you, he manipulates them in the same way, willingly or not. He's clearly insecure because you are way better than him. He'll deny everything, of course, when you confront him, and he'll find all the excuses in the world to make sure that you sound like the crazy one because you went through his phone while he's sleeping, blah blah blah. Come on, OP. Pack his bags, kick him out. You deserve better than this piece of shit. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my YouTube channel for you to watch absolutely free. So consider clicking that super thanks just below the video title, or you can use my PayPal in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.